Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. I've been gone for a while because I've been very busy. I decided to go to art school to learn Blender and also just kind of explore the 3D art space. It's been fun. It was an 8-week course. I got a lot out of it, but I'm still not sure where I'm going on my arts journey. So I will be using Blender to create environment art for right now, and take up personal projects where I can. And that was mostly because the course that I took was mostly focused on environments, scenes, and less character art. I'm not sure if I will go in the direction of character art yet, but I'm kind of just playing around to see where things go. So my first assignment was pretty tough because I could not remember any of the key shortcuts in Blender. If you've used Blender, you know there's shortcuts for everything. And I had the little notebook where I was writing down my shortcuts, but it wasn't super intuitive, if I should say, that first time or working through that first assignment. But as time went on, I got the hang of things. So each week's assignment sort of helped to cement the shortcuts in. And by the time I was done with the entire course at 8 weeks, I think I was pretty comfortable remembering most things. So, like my first week, it was more of, pick what you're interested in, just some kind of scene, and see if you could try to replicate it in Blender. So, we had like a mood board, and then you pick stuff and then you create stuff. So I created a lighthouse, and then with each week there were more projects. Some of them were master studies from our favorite movies, and just such different things that were interesting that allowed us to explore different things. My very last assignment was a concept of a robot store. So we again had the liberty to do whatever we wanted to do for the last assignment. So I just sort of gave myself the prompt of, if we had a robot store in a city, what would that storefront look like? So that's kind of what I worked on. And I used the skills that I learned from the class to also just build a bunch of robots. Even though it wasn't a character design class, the skills were useful enough for me to be able to apply it, just to build some of the basic stuff. I think for the future of this channel right now, since I'm still exploring on my art journey, I think I'll just be posting any videos of like my future art projects in Blender. If I learn other skills like ZBrush or Maya or something else, I'll probably do videos on those as well. But for right now, I'm focusing on Blender. But of course, I'm not about to turn this into a tutorial channel because I don't think I'm at that level yet. I want to think of this more as a journey where this channel is sort of my journal. I might still have other videos where, I'll write my poetry and maybe illustrate it. Maybe I'll get to the point where I will be able to animate in Blender and, animate my poetry, but that's like in the distant future. For right now, it's just a journal of when I make things or my little projects and, what I'm doing for that month. And that's kind of where it will be. I created a number of things over the course of 8 weeks, and I'm super excited to challenge myself to learn more and kind of see where I'm going on this journey. I actually wanted to start out as a 2D artist, but I figured, hey, let me just take a Blender course and see what it's like. And I was definitely sold with the 3D aspect of art. I'm probably still going to take like a 2D foundations course just to kind of compare and make sure that I get a good perspective of both but I can tell you now I'm definitely leaning towards 3D. I hope that you continue to join me on my journey. Thank you so much for watching, and stick with me as I challenge myself to learn more. Thank you and see you later.